I knew I would be the best in the world when I was 15. I made the Olympic final look so easy. I had got bullied in school, so from that day, anybody who messed with me, I fought them. Well, growing up here in Flint, I was born in 1995. My dad was in prison when I was the age 2. And I didn't meet him again until I was 9 because he had did 7 years. But I didn't start talking until I was 5. And I had a speech impediment. I would stutter all the time. And I believe I was deaf in one ear for a while. But at the age of 5, my mom struggled with alcohol abuse. You know, my mom wasn't a bad mom, you know, and I had other family members around. So with my dad not being around, it was just some things I used to question about myself that I didn't know why. You know, I didn't know why I was easily tempered. I didn't know why I laughed so loud. But I kind of understood everything at the age of 9 when I met my dad again, because he laughed just as loud as me. His temper is way worse than mine. You know, we didn't have food. I felt like I've always the sacrificer in the family, because if we didn't have food, I would go out and get us food, and whatever food that she would bring, I would always give it to my younger siblings. You know, if there were 2 packs of noodles, my ramen noodles, my little sister ate one and my little brother ate one, and I didn't eat. There were days when me and my sister walked around looking for my mom for days and we couldn't find her. And when we did find her, we would have to bring her back home and stuff like that. Even though I still was struggling, like I didn't have a bed to sleep on until I was 16, and more than likely, my sisters and my brother was on the couch, so I would be on the floor. I was raped every day after school for about 6 months. It happened a lot to where I kind of had got used to it, but I didn't like it, and I finally. And like I said, I didn't know how to talk till I was 5. So I had to explain to my aunt. She asked me questions about what he had done to me, and I wasn't able to verbally speak it because I wasn't that good at talking. She gave me a doll, and I was able to show her everything that he had that he had done to me. And from there, that's when I ended up moving with my grandmother. You know, it didn't stop me from being great. And I just decided that even though sometimes I could have went left, you know, and I could have made bad decisions in life because of just how I felt toward men. You know, I was kind of terrified of men for a while, and I was just men and boys. You know, I didn't really have a boyfriend until I was about 16, 17. So it kind of changed my judgment, but then I had to tell myself, don't let him be the decision maker, you know. So I feel like I was giving him control over me. So when I had felt that I was strong enough, I just was like, you know, he's a piece of trash, and you know, I'm just gonna live my life to the fullest. I'm not gonna let that stop me. Growing up and going without, you know, and not having nobody there to do for me, it kind of instilled in me, if anybody's going to take care of you, it's going to be you. If anybody's going to take care of your siblings, it's going to be you. So that's why I felt like boxing was my way out. I had got bullied in school. My hair was poofy. I was very skinny, and I was quiet, but I was smart. And I used to do my work at school, and people would copy my work. I mean, girls would pull my hair. I think after about a year of that, that's where everybody found out Claressa has anger problems. Somebody said something to me, and I think she pulled my hair while I was at the desk, and I didn't do nothing. I just put my head down, and the girl walked past again and pulled my hair again. So I got up, and I punched her. And the feeling I had when I punched her was a feeling of relief. And then she tried to hit me back, and I just remember I grabbed her and I slammed her. And then I just was just punching her, and I was punching her, and then the teacher came and grabbed me off her, and that was the first time I actually had got kicked out. But after I came back to school, those next couple of days, nobody messed with me, you know, and I was like, if I fight people who mess with me, they won't mess with me anymore. So from that day, anybody who messed with me, I fought them. 5th grade, I got into a fight with a guy. I don't know what happened or how we fought, but he hit me first. And I just remember I slammed him also, and I was on top of him, just hitting him in his face. And when I got kicked out, the teacher put on a referral, extremely dangerous. I started boxing when I was 11 years old here at this gym at Burston Fieldhouse here in Flint, Michigan. I knew I would be the best in the world when I was 15, or I felt it. My dad was really, really stressed out. He was talking about how, you know, he'd been in prison for so many years, and that when he had got out, he was like, I'm trying to change my life. He made a promise to me and my sister that he wouldn't go back. He was like, if I would have stuck to what I was passionate about, I wouldn't be in this situation. And I said, what were you passionate about? He said, boxing. And I said, boxing? He said, yeah, they used to call me Cannonball. I said, Cannonball? He said, because my fist was hard and I was fast as lightning. My dad used to tell me that, and I said, oh. My dad said he thought that one of my younger cousins or somebody would have took up boxing, but he was like, nope, nobody did. He said Muhammad Ali had the same problem. He had kids and he had sons, but only his daughter, Layla Ali, took after him. And when he said that, I thought he was telling me he wanted me to box. I asked my dad, could he sign me up for boxing one day when he picked me up from school? And he said, what? No. He said, boxing is a man's sport. And he said, you too pretty to box. I said, and at a young age, I did not think I was pretty. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? No. I think I went on like a don't talk to dad thing for about 3 days. And after the 3rd day, he picked me up from school again. I was so annoyed, like, you know, I wasn't talking to him. And when I got to his house, it was like an intervention. Everybody was sitting at this desk, well, at his dining room table. Him, his current wife now, her 3 kids were sitting there. And they all voted on if I should box or not. And I'm sitting there looking at everybody, and everybody else said yeah. He voted no. So that was my first victory. I beat my dad, majority decision. So after that, he said, well, once I sign you up, you can't quit boxing for a year. But my dad would tell you this today, that was the best $60 he ever spent. I went to my first world championships in China. And that's where I experienced my first loss. It was my 27th fight. I was 26-0, and then I lost my 27th fight to Savannah Marshall from England. And that was 2 months before the Olympics. The loss didn't really, I had never lost before, and I can tell you, it didn't feel great, but it made me more hungry. You know, it made me work harder. It made winning a bigger deal. I heard some commentators say that I wouldn't even, I would be lucky to get a bronze medal because I was 17. And just with all that, I just wanted to prove everybody wrong who had said that, but I knew that in order for women's boxing to grow, that I had to win. I had to be the one that people saw on TV, and it was the first time that they had allowed women to box in the Olympics. Well, I can remember when she won her fight before me. And I remember watching her fight, and I just kept saying to myself, there's no way in hell she can beat me, there's no way. But when you think about the Rocky movies and everything, they always say that the Russians are very strong. So I kind of felt like I was the female Rocky at the 2012 Olympics. I just remember walking out to the ring, and I remember being a little scared. When I was walking out, I was scared because I had always heard that, you know, I wanted to win the Olympic gold medal, but it was like everybody was saying when you win gold and when you accomplish something, so many people come around and try to break everybody up. And I didn't want those people to come around, so I had to make a decision walking out to the ring, whether I was going to get gold or silver, because I knew that the decision was in my hands. I had to make that decision walking out to the ring, and I decided I'm going to win this gold medal, and whatever else happens after that happens. When they announced me the winner at the Olympics 2012, I just remember being really calm. I was just like, I knew it, you know, told you. That's kind of how I was, and I didn't really realize what I had did, how big it was, until maybe a day or two after. You know, when I woke up and I went to sleep with the Olympic gold medal, and then I woke up and it was something on me, and I was like, I dreamed I won a gold medal. I hope it's not silver. and then I pull it out, and I'm in the bed, and I'm just like, yes. I don't really like new coaches. I don't like new people. So I kind of was like, I like to stick with what I know and who I know and kind of go from there. His first time meeting me, I remember he said, oh, so you're the big shot in town. And I said, oh no, that's you. And he said, I'm here for you, and I'm here to help you win the Olympics, even though you've been there already. And he said, but I'm here to tell you that it's gonna be harder for you to win twice, because it has never been done before here. And I told him, don't ever say that to me again. I said, if you're gonna be working with me and you're gonna be my coach, I said, we don't say stuff like that. I said, we say we're gonna work hard and we're gonna accomplish our goals. That's it. And he said, I'm just telling you. I said, don't say it again. So going into the 2016 Olympics, when I won, I just remember I had held in how much I wanted to celebrate 2012 for 4 years, you know, because I didn't have a party when I won 2012. I didn't go to the club or celebrate with my friends. It kind of was like I won, and then 3 months later I was back in the gym training. So going into 2016 Olympics, I knew I had everything under control. I know I had checked all my boxes, all of them. You know, I wasn't sick, I was on weight, I hadn't ate fried chicken for like 2 months, and I love fried chicken. And I made the Olympic final look so easy. You know, I was so calm and I was so dominant every fight. Out of all the boxers in America, out of all of them, you're the only one that got 2 Olympic gold medals. And I was just like, like I said, I always said this from the age when I was 17. I said, they want to see the best of women's boxing. They have to see me. You know, we have a lot of boxers that are skilled, a lot of boxers that are great. But for women's boxing to get to the next level, I said it's going to have to be me to do it. I feel like, I don't know what everybody else does in their free time or whatever, but I know that my life is 100% committed to boxing. I haven't seen a woman yet who has the skill level that I have. The only boxer who I say even comes close to my skill level is Katie Taylor. Only female boxer. I have a high standard for myself. I don't think that no one knows how high my standard is. I don't ever want to have to question myself on if I'm prepared, on if I'm ready to get in the ring or if I'm in shape. I always want to be 100% sure, and I want to be able that if I have to get in a fight and me and this girl are going at it all 4 rounds, I want to be able that last 10 seconds when we're both dead tired, I know that I have that extra 10% in the bank. And I know that if I take a deep breath and I can let this last combination go, that I can be the one to be the decision maker of the fight. Well, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it easier for the women coming up. You know, there are too many girls who spend so much time in the amateurs and nobody wants to go pro because they're like, there's no opportunities, there's no money and stuff like that. When I want to show them that Yes, there is. You know, just like how a male can start from the bottom and work his way to the top, so can a woman. So first is just to take advantage of all the exposure that I get. And one thing that women have to do is perform. You have to get in the ring and perform. You have to look good. And I don't mean just getting there and brawl with each other, skill-wise. And I think that's what women's boxing has been missing. I don't know a female boxer who don't know me, you know, worldwide. I don't know one. You mentioned Claressa Shields, everybody goes, oh, yeah, yeah. And I don't know what the big picture is, but I know that I'm going to be a huge star in boxing, a huge star just in life.